Hello, STANAG expert. Have you ever wondered why you got 13 or 12 points in your latest speaking and writing exam? Or maybe your exam is approaching and you are wondering what to do to avoid getting 12 or 13 points, instead passing the exam in your first attempt? Well, let me share my experience with you. I would like to tell you about 5 things that very often become the elements that may decide about getting 12 or 13 points instead of passing the exam. All right, so thing number 1 is knowing the exam. Very often it is not enough just to have the level of language proficiency that is enough for level 3. It is also crucial to have the knowledge about the exam. So try to find out as much as you can about the exam itself, about what kinds of tasks there are, about how many tasks there are, what is expected of you in every task, whether you are going to talk to the examiner or maybe to another candidate, or maybe you are going to give a presentation, a monologue. So know the exam inside out. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, evaluation criteria. Try to find out what the evaluation criteria are and what is actually going to be evaluated. So in the speaking exam, it can be pronunciation, fluency, language resources and accuracy, the way you organize your speech, the way you interact with others, as well as task achievement. As far as writing is concerned, there are a little bit different criteria, and it usually is language resources and accuracy, the effect your text has on the reader, how it is received, how a reader reacts to your text, whether it reads well, whether it is easy to follow, understandable, and task achievement, meaning how your task has been achieved, whether you follow the instruction closely and realize all the points from the instruction. Okay, rule number 3, time limits in speaking. Time limits in speaking are crucial because even if you speak freely, comfortably, and with self-confidence, and your language resources and accuracy are enough for level 3, you may still get 12 or 13 points if you don't finish your task. And you won't finish your task if you are stopped after your time limit for the given task expires. So make sure that you remember that you find out about the time limits that exist, and then you follow the time limit, that you remember about the time limit during your preparations for the exam and during the exam itself. Rule number 4, formal style in writing. So all the text, for example, in level 3 writing, should be written in formal style, which means that it is essential for you to know the characteristics of the formal style, such as the use of complex and compound sentences, such as using more complex grammatical structure, using more advanced vocabulary than, for example, in level 2. Also, knowing the criteria for the formal style, you will avoid simplified language, abbreviations, contractions, phrasal verbs that are characteristic of a spoken language. So know the rules of formal writing and don't forget to use them during your level 3 writing. And rule number 5, the difference between level 2 and 3. Sometimes people are really skilled in writing, let's say, level 2 reports, and then when you come to a level 3 exam, you somehow follow the routine and use the old methods of writing reports. So please remember that level 2 and level 3 differ, and it's good to be aware what the difference is. So, for example, the biggest difference between level 2 and level 3 writing would be the use of more advanced vocabulary and more advanced structure, and really focusing on those formal characteristics of the writing style. All right, you know all the most important rules. So remember about those rules when taking your STANAG 6001 exams. And if you would like to practice those things with me, check out the information below regarding my workshops online, which you can join, and I'm inviting you to join. In the workshops, we work in a group on your text and on your speaking. You get live feedback, you get an opportunity to practice with other candidates. So don't wait any longer and join one of the workshops. See you there.